Hello everyone. So today's topic that we are going to discuss is critical appraisal of an English textbook. We will start with the meaning and definition of textbook. Books have become integral part of education. There are several kinds of books like dictionaries, like encyclopedias, like textbooks and many other. So what is a textbook? A textbook is a book used for the study of a subject. A textbook is usually prescribed to students by a school to accompany a course the school is teaching. Students use a textbook to learn facts and methods about a certain subject. It has questions to test the knowledge and understanding of the learner. A textbook is a book giving instruction in a particular subject. A child is introduced to books as early as at the nursery level. After the meaning, we will come on the need and importance of a textbook. Why textbooks are important and why should these textbooks be the part of the syllabus and course of the school subjects? First of all, textbooks are the first and the best means and media for preserving human knowledge for experiences. These are important print media of communication. These help the teachers for preparing their teaching instructions for classroom teaching, provides opportunity to the students to equip with knowledge and prepare for the examination. A good English textbook should be interesting and be presented in the context of student surrounding and social life. It should develop the necessary language skills of speaking, reading, writing in the young learners. As we are talking about the language skills, we are talking about English language. So the LSRW, the important language skill should be imparted with the help of the textbooks. After the need and importance, we will come on the types of textbooks. There are many types of textbook. The first one is the conventional textbooks. Conventional textbooks is prescribed along the syllabus of course context. Generally, these books cover the whole prescribed content in the course. The course context is arranged in a logical sequence. Second comes the experience-based textbooks. As we suggest from the name, should be prescribed and developed according on the basis of the experience of the teachers and students. Both will be the part of this. The drawbacks of the conventional textbooks can be removed on the experiences of teachers and students. And for making experience-based textbook, some empirical research studies is needed and should be designed and conducting after evaluating that research. Next, the third one is conventional and experience-based textbook. These type of textbook qualities and procedures should be incorporate. Every chapter is divided into parts. First part present the content in well-organized sequence. Second part provides comprehensive learning exercises for students for homework. The fourth one comes program textbooks. The content of the textbooks are arranged in the logical sequence rather than psychological sequence. The major emphasis is given on the content coverage rather than the objectives of instruction and teaching in behavioral term. After comes the directory of education. So here the directory of education basically means the requirement of characteristics of textbook. What are the requirement? What are the characteristics necessary to make an English textbook effective? And what things should be the part of a English textbook? The first one comes the prescribed syllabus. A good textbook is strictly written to a prescribed syllabus. it must have each and every topic of syllabus. It may have some extra topics other than those in the syllabus for the additional knowledge. When we are talking about prescribed syllabus, the next comes the educate subject matter. The subject matter of the reader or textbook should be sufficient in quantity as per syllabus. It must cover the whole syllabus. The subject matter should be related to the student's physical, social and cultural environment. The subject matter should be systematic, well organized, up to date, relevant. The English environment should be incorporated in an English textbook, but in the beginning. Maximum forms of literature should be included in an English textbook: prose, poetry, biography, one act play, short story, etc. The subject matter should be interesting. Topics related to science and computers should find place in an English textbook. And the topics of national interest must be included in an English textbook. Example: population problem, crime against women, Dowry system, illiteracy, poverty, pollution, etc. The third point is language and vocabulary as style. The language and vocabulary of the textbook for nursery and primary level students should be simple and easy. The difficult level of language and vocabulary should not be increased at random. The difficulty level should be gradually increased class-wise. The style of a textbook should be simple, logical and appealing to the readers. The readers here means the students, the learners. Style should be in accordance with the age, class and mental level of students. Complex and long sentences should not be used in the textbooks. After, fourth point is exercises. At the end of a lesson, proper exercises should be given for the practice the students have learned, the teacher have taught them. Next come the comprehensive portions. Such portions tell both the teacher and the students whether the students has understand the lesson or not, or the extent to which the student has understand it. These help the students to give a thorough practice in grammar, etc. There should be a good number of exercises so that the students may have a lot of practice. So after comprehensive portion comes the illustration. Illustration in the textbook should be attractive in order to create interest in child and make the subject matter clear. For small children, they may be in form of colored pictures. They should not be lengthy. Size of the lesson. The lesson should be of appropriate size according to the level of the students. For nursery and primary level students, the lesson should be short. The size of the lessons may be increased as the level increases. The third point is adjustment and planning. The textbook should follow the teaching maxims like from easy to difficult. In the beginning, easiest lessons should be given and then difficult lessons should be given. There should be a balance between the prose and poetry lessons. The ninth point is pictures. At primary level, textbook there should be a lot of multicolored pictures. Pictures should be clear and relevant. They should be large enough to be easily seen by small children. 10th, technical characteristics. Here we will talk about the size, font size of the books. The size of the textbook should be according to the level. The size of a book should be relatively bigger. Cover, the next point. The cover for nursery and primary textbook should be colored and strong, as small children usually play with the book than reading them. Then last point, but not the least, binding. Good and strong binding is very necessary. Binding should not hide the printing material, price, paper printing, etc. So these are the some characteristics and some required characteristics that need to be keep in mind while developing any textbook, or we can say English language textbook. So this is enough for today. Thank you so much.